Hello, magical one. Welcome. If you're new, thank you for giving me permission to play in your beautiful frequency. That is at least if you choose to stick around. And if you are returning, thank you for all that you are. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for all the ways that you are anchoring the light. Thank you for being the beautiful beings that you are choosing to be in each and every now moment, because I feel a shift in frequency. It also feels like there is like a new stream of frequency, and I'm hearing that this is very much a heart, like a heart, sacred heart stream of frequency. That's what I'm hearing. And I know that cosmically, I watched a video, I think yesterday, I don't know, or the day before, and I heard them refer to this heart-based sort of cosmic consciousness as something Atlas. I don't know anything about that, but what I do know is that December, it's all about the heart being blown open. It's all about dropping density, and it's like November was all about you seeing where you're not free. 911, right? It was all about the illumination of it's like, okay, it's the illumination of you, right? But it was more the illumination of like all that isn't true. So everything that you experienced in November, and this is timeless, so when this finds you, it's everything that you've sort of experienced in the last month. And also, friends, I'm being called to remind you, is it tonight or is it tomorrow? It's a Gemini full moon. I don't know. I just know that there is a big, in my mind, I'm hearing a big ass portal opening up for you. That's what I'm hearing. I'm getting confirmation there. You'll feel the resonancy. And it's for you to choose what you do from there, right? So what they're bringing through is that it's not so much about choosing you right now, because you are practiced in choosing you. Like you've been choosing you more and more and more and more, so that it's become easier. Okay, what I'm hearing right now, for whomever this is for, is that for some of you, maybe you're feeling a bit disconnected, or you're feeling a bit discombobulated, a bit in the extremes, right? And I'm gonna bring it through in a moment, this connection from November to December. But what they're bringing through for you right now is that the reason why you may feel slightly disconnected is because you are always connected now. Like you've always been connected, but like it's like you were plugged into the power source, but you hadn't flicked on the light switch, right? You hadn't given the permission slip to be fully turned on, tuned in, tapped in. And you have, at least when this message finds you, you have very much. And some of you may have recently taken this step, some of you may have taken this step a few nows ago. 333 as all of this is coming through, but you're always connected. And now it's really about you choosing to be here now, here. So what December is going to bring through for you, right? Everything that is untrue about you has already been illuminated to you. Yes? The cards are going to come out in a moment, friends. And now it's kind of like the volume's been turned up, the heat's been turned up, the pressure cooker is kind of boiling, because you already know. So whatever you didn't alchemize in November is going to be a wee bit extreme. And this is perfect, right? It doesn't matter that you didn't shift it in November. There is a reason why, right? You don't need to know it to know that there is a reason, to know that you are always perfectly right on time and perfectly divinely aligned. Even if you slip out of alignment, it's perfect, right? Always perfect. So they're really emphasizing this because there may be moments where you slip out of alignment, and I'm quickly being called to share that this is something my human is experiencing, right? This extremity, this like, I know that this is density, I have to drop. Why is it so extreme? Why is it so unavoidable? Why is it so here? And you know, like feelings like that. And this is really where we're being called to breathe through, to rise above, because it is only when you give yourself permission to rise above, permission to breathe, permission to detach from the extremity, right? Because the extremity isn't real. Neither are the feelings that you are having, right? None of it is real. It is all there to show you, like, you choose the extremity. The feelings are just feelings. You choose to give them meaning. You choose to give them, like, say, use the word extremity, right? But everything is neutral. But to the human, it feels like an extreme thing. So this is where you're switching gears. You're switching gears from, okay, this is just happening. This isn't extreme. Let me just breathe and feel into the energy here, the frequency here. Where is it leading me? Where is it guiding me? Then things become a whole lot less extreme. So this is what, excuse me, December is all about. Really leading, you are leading and guiding you to a place where there are no more extremes, because everything is extreme, because life is full on, because everything is full on, because you are full on. Okay, so if any of this calls to you, my name is Angela. I'm a channel of and for source consciousness, as are you. And I'm going to ask you if you're able to just ground yourself in this now with your breath, connecting us all together. This breath that we are breathing across time and space, right? This breath that we are sharing. So let's breathe together, shall we? Breathing into that heart space with every inhale, holding for a moment, acknowledging the truth of you, your light, your divinity, your magic. And then on each exhale, hold at the emptiness for 5 counts, I'm hearing, because this is the reminder at the emptiness, which we are the nothingness, we are the everything. It's like the reminder that you are there, that everything is there. This is just what's coming through. So breathe as you feel called to. We're just breathing into that heart space, okay? Breathing in through the nose, holding for a moment or two, acknowledging you, before fully surrendering to the now and the perfection of you with each exhale, holding the bottom there at the emptiness, at the nothingness, before allowing you to return to you with your breath. Okay, breathing at your own pace. Okay, a very, very interesting energy. I was feeling very much a hermit energy when we have the Justice card that came out. And as I was feeling this hermit energy, I saw it at the bottom of the deck. Okay, excuse me, friends. Okay, so there's a lot. Let me breathe into this, and let me actually, I'm being called to look at all the cards. Okay. This is magical. It's really, I'm feeling that this shift that you are in, you are already in it, right? You are already navigating the storm. It's like you are the lighthouse right now, guiding you, and while or through guiding you, like you're guiding others too. Okay, so this is very much an internal shift, and it is gonna, it's a necessary shift. It is a, like 2025 was the year we could no longer hide from our truth, from our truth, right? Because your truth is the only truth that really matters. So sorry, friend. flying. I flew yesterday, and me and my little one flew back here to our space, which is still going to be a temporary space anyway. And I find after flights I'm always a bit chesty. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the fans, but anyway. Okay, so back to you, the point of everything, right? The point of everything, the point that, like, you're the point that you're experiencing everything that you're experiencing. Can you see? It's like a double-edged sword here. Justice. It's like holding the scales while holding the sword. Justice is in itself an illusion. Justice is where the mind gets to have fun, right? Because we can justify anything. 111. Anything can be justified. Good actions, bad actions. Not that there is good, not that there is bad, but we can justify anything. Because it's all about perspective, right? And it's all about where you're choosing to sit. So, I love, this is the Murder of Crows tarot. I love that the Queen of Wands here, she's like, can you see that she's transforming? She's also a little bit faceless. She sees through the illusion of justice. And when you begin to see through the illusion of justice, what I'm hearing here, friends, is that you actually liberate yourself. Because it's not just, I'm being told to just take another card. It's not just judgment that is sometimes tripping you up. It's sometimes what you feel your reflection to the world is. Like the way you measure. I'm seeing measuring spoons. I'm seeing like baking cups. The way you measure your success or your failure. The way you measure yourself. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. This is really interesting with this, the way you measure yourself. Like there is no measure. You are immeasurable. Is that even a word? You can't be measured. Because you are just becoming more and more and more and more. And with the Seven of Cups, right, and I pulled it here on the Justice and this Queen of Swords, because this Queen of Wands is very much rising above, right? She sees through the illusion of justice. She sees through the illusion of judgment. She doesn't need to see with her eyes. She is seeing with her heart. It's like she's playing music to the beat of her heart. Like she is the metronome. She is the bass. She is the rhythm holding everything in place. And the she is you, whomever you are. Okay? The truth of you. The truth of you free from the illusion of justice. It's all about having fun, right? One of the ways which Source is really calling you to be activated, to be inspired, is to go into your quiet place and see what comes through, right? There's higher streams of consciousness, there's downloads, there is so much in the field for you at this time, right? The Seven of Cups, yes, points to indecision, but the indecision is more coming from a place of not giving yourself the space to hear the guidance that is really right there for you, to channel whatever is there for you. And there is much. Okay, now I'm being called to talk about these cards. We have the Three of Cups, which I'll speak about in a moment. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, I wanted to bring this one out first. The Six of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So the Six of Wands is really about, I love this imagery, because the Six of Wands is very much when you answer the call, when you step up, when you are ready to be seen. And in this particular deck, like in many decks, there's an audience. You see the beings experiencing you. You kind of see the victory in the card. That's how many tarot decks depict the Six of Wands. And here, right there's no one. There's a full moon. Everything is being illuminated. The light is on him. And he is choosing to be seen. And he, in this card, what I love about this is that this card embodies both the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands, which is very much hold the pose, right? So this is very much the energy, like you are being called to take inspired action. Resonant action in the now. So this is one of those, what I'm seeing is like you have a plan to do something, like to go somewhere, and you suddenly get this download, this inspiration to write, paint, record. I'm not sure, but this inspiration, this idea, this download that you want to capture, create, bring into being through your being 444, right? And this is really what we are all being called to do. Bring heaven into earth through our being, through us trusting frequency, energy, inspiration. So I see this being, this person, like with the keys in their hands, kind of going, no, and just like closing the door on where they were going, right? I don't see what happens beyond that, but the feeling is blissful. They're creative. Okay, so hold the pose, friends, because inspiration is coming your way. Okay, and then we have, right after that, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. There's this free flow, right? There's very much this free flow to you holding the pose and it manifesting in the real world. So with this Seven of Pentacles, when we create, we can't hold it. We have to allow it to be, right? We bring it into being, and that's all we need to do. Then we just hold the pose and trust. There is very much this emphasis on like setting it free, allowing it to fly free. So maybe for some of you, you've been creating a whole bunch of stuff and you've got it. It's time to release it. It's time to set it free out into the world. And I'm getting confirmation there. So for whomever that was for, yeah, the world is really ready for you, right? So this is really where we get to trust and not to hold on to things, not to try to control them. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's like once you've created it, set it free from your human's limiting thoughts. Because anything you think about it, past creating it, will limit it. So just allow it to be free, to 912, to like, what I'm seeing is, okay, a little snowball, right, rolling down a hill, becoming a big snowball. I'm not quite seeing an avalanche, but I'm hearing like and feeling like the echoes, like the vibration, like this little thing becomes so big that it's noticed by so many because it vibrates at this frequency that like everyone is ready to see. Okay, so flying free, friends. Allow your creations to fly free, and I'm actually really being called to read from the book here. So let's do that, shall we? And opened right there. The Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to hold this here. In this realm, position is earned, not given. To wear the mask of the healer, you must be ready to bring yourself to the very brink of death. The traditions of the past have much to teach. You take up the quill again, dipping it over and over until the ceaseless grind and the pounding of your own blood in your heart wears away all the self-doubt. Keywords: careful study, apprenticeship, diligent work, drudgery. This is such a beautiful energy. Like, you are ready to wear the mask. You are ready to wear the mask. Or more like the mask is ready to be dropped. Like the true mask is ready to be seen. Which is nothing, right? Unmasked. Okay, what else wants to come through here? Because I do feel that there is more guidance here for you with regards to whatever you are experiencing in your sort of 219 in your day to day. Okay. Things are clicking into place. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We don't have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Magician, the Priestess, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. Like, the truth of you is being revealed. You no longer need to see, right? This is where you step into feeling. The Magician and the Ace of Cups. There is so much newness that is coming in for you. This hand, it's not a hand, it's actually a, I'm blanking on the word. What birds have? Claws, shivet. I can't think of it, completely spacing. But anyway, that thing, it's like you are holding you, right? And you don't realize how big you are. Right? You're so much more than you give yourself credit for. You've done so much. You've achieved, and it's not so much about achieving, right? But it's you've come so far. You've come so far. You're right there. You're at the threshold. And 2025 was all about seeing where you want free, and 2026 is all about living embodied. That's what I'm hearing at 1114. Take it how it resonates, friends. So you cannot hide anymore. Like, you complete the moon. This is what's coming through, right? You and your truth, like you're completing a cycle, right? This last shift and through this portal, because they're really bringing through this full moon portal, and this is timeless. So like in the next day or two, or even right now, there's a portal that is open to you, and it's beyond choosing you. It's about following frequency. For the next 2 days, 3 days, be curious about following frequency and see where it leads and guides you. Give yourself permission to just be quiet, for the mind space to just be quiet. Write an intention down. This is what they're bringing through, because what I'm seeing is like a book. I'm seeing handwritten intention, like solidifying this experiment, right? Because this is all what it is. It's just an experiment, right? And what do chemists and all those people have? Like their notebooks. So this is the experiment that Source is bringing through for you. Set an intention, right? That, like with affirmations, but basically something along the lines of, I'm ready to accept that I am more than my thoughts, that my thoughts are not real, and thus give myself permission to drop them, with immediate effect. Something along those lines, right? So that when the thoughts come, you can just, and you don't have to have the conversation. There's no shame, no blame, no guilt, right? You've set the intention, you've anchored it in, write whatever, right? Anchor it in, turn this intention, give this intention permission to be solidified in your world, right? In the 3D world, to become a tangible thing. You are also giving your being permission, right? You are bringing it in to being. You are embodying your intention, right? When you are writing it with your hand. So many things that occur when we do these things consciously, and then give yourself permission to follow frequency and energy, to play, to see what happens, to be curious, to see what happens when you're on your way somewhere and you suddenly feel very much called to do something else. See what happens. But remember, don't allow the ego to come in, right? The ego will trip you up. You can make the choice to okay, follow frequency and energy, and then when you get there, you can be in the headspace. So this is also very much giving yourself permission to just be still and allow. Okay, I'm being told to take an alchemy card in this justice, and then I'm being called to end this transmission. There is a very calm, like what I'm feeling before I take a card here, and what I'm really being called to say is that in this extremity, there is, like, you are the calm in the storm. Like, I'm once again being reminded of this visual of like this half lit up light body and this, not this sort of density, this like charcoaly, flickery, grainy, kind of like static, TV static from the good old days. That's what I'm seeing, right? So you really are the magic, but it's like the more you choose to believe it, like a little bit more of that graininess becomes lit up. And so in this is okay, thank you, Source. This is a time of extremities and extremes. So in every sense of the word, So you will experience things that are extreme, but you will also experience the extreme opposite, like the extreme contrast. So extremes, and both will be extreme. Take it how it resonates, friends. Okay. I just know that sometimes when our human hears that we're going to be experiencing some stuff, we can sort of trip ourselves up. And it's because of perspectives that our humans have held in the past, right? Where we see discomfort, where we see or choose to see difficulty as difficult. So you're just being reminded here to like see the world through rose-tinted glasses, through the glasses of love, but see yourself that way too. Okay, because it doesn't matter if you see the world with love, if you don't, to like 9122, if you don't see you with love, like it doesn't matter then, because how you see yourself is what matters. It's why you are the point. That's why Source, God, the universe, your guides, your angels, your higher self have assisted you, right? And now that they've turned the heat up with your permission, because you are ready, and they know that you are ready, and there is only one way through the quantum birth canal, right? And it's through. So right now you're See, it's kind of like, okay, I'm sharing this because I'm being called to share it. It's like giving birth, right? It's like having a contraction. Um, it's there and then it's not, and it's really intense when it's there, and then suddenly it's gone, and you're like, huh? You know, at least initially. So it's very much like that, right? And you get to choose to experience the contraction as, this is horrible, why? You know, very much like you can see in many movies, the woman going, screaming at the man. They show this in movies. Well, I've seen it a few times, going, oh no, how could you do this to me? I hate, you know, all of these things. And well, maybe that is the reality because of the perspective, right, for some. But if you choose to see it as what it is, just a beautiful experience that you have to go through to bring in magic into the world, right? Because you are always creating, always birthing new magic into the world with your every breath. It's why you are a frequency artist. You are really being called to be the paintbrush that you came here to be. Okay, so sternum, tin, and we landed first on lead, which is for me very density weight Saturn. Okay, so tin, malleable, expansive Jupiter. Tin is a silvery white, highly malleable metal. This is in part because tin structure is composed of crystals in cubic or tetragonal formations that can be broken or crushed under moderate pressure. When the crystalline structure breaks, a sound known as the tin cry can be heard, hence the unnerving sound of crinkling tinfoil. Such is the energy of the tin card. On one hand, it is in tin's Jupiterian nature to expand, to mobilize, to cover the whole territory. On the other hand, the metal cannot withstand much weight or pressure. When this card appears, you may have reached a limit or breaking point after taking on more than more than is logistically possible under the circumstances. Okay, sorry, let me just read that again. When this card appears, you may have reached a limit or breaking point after taking on more than is logistically possible under the circumstances. Don't take this juncture personally. More strength is required before taking next steps to support the expansion you see in your mind's eye. Go deeper, look at Andy Warhol's 1966 installation Silver Clouds to ponder reflection as illumination. Be like tin today. If a good cry or wail needs to be heard, let it happen. It'll release the pressure in the laboratory and you'll have a whole new perspective. In esoteric wisdom traditions, Jupiter and tin are associated with the liver. It's possible the liver may have a wise message to reveal, perhaps about excess and balance. I'm really being called to take another alchemy card here, like a more card. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's the one. Winter. Lux Brahmalis. And the card flipped right back to Saturn. I mean, the book went right back to Saturn. So for me, there is definitely a connection between these two. Okay. Solace, the pause, the hermit. In alchemy, winter comes first. It is the beginning, the origin. As winter casts its blanket of stillness across the land, we naturally turn inward. The mind and heart settle into Earth's darkest season. From this place of quiet, a single flame reconnects us to the mystery of our existence and the miracle of breath. Regardless of when this card appears, it indicates we are suspended in Mother Earth's pause. This is not the time for doing, going, or getting. The alchemist knows winter opens the portal to the divine. Magic is afoot under the surface. In the glimmering snow and sparkling ice, we see winter's water in crystalline form, each droplet a prism into the mystic realm. Don't get caught up in the gloom or isolation of the season. Rather spin towards the sacred light. Spring will come in time. Go deeper. Read Hidden Messages in Water by Masaru Emoto to ponder the activity within dormancy. Winter is ruled by the element of water and the cardinal direction of north. Notice if this card appears with other cards with a watery or wintry feel. I mean, we have the Hermit here, friends. So very much this is all just confirmation with some activation. Okay, what else? It is said winter is the pause between exhale and inhale. That emptiness that you held, if you did that on your exhale. It is said that winter is the pause between exhale and inhale, the time when all has released, yet new breath has not been drawn. Notice the quality of the sacred pause. Okay, beautiful, magical one. Thank you. Thank you for all the ways that you are anchoring the light. Thank you for allowing yourself to be triggered into neutrality. Thank you for being the beautiful alchemist that you are, the beautiful light warrior that you are. Right now I'm just being like, I'm hearing applause. I'm like feeling that energy of like the universe is like not just supporting you, it's like in awe of you. That's really what it is. The universe is in awe of you because you are like in your awesometicity, in your authenticity, you are awesome, right? That's why it is your awesometicity. And like awe, right? You're awesome, and the universe is in awe of your awesomeness, of your authenticity, right? Because I'm seeing somebody walk out the door like just showing, I don't know, like choosing to enter the world, to be in the world as the truth of them more and more and more. It's like one of these little flip books, right, that you can draw. Like this figure is changing very, very, very simply. I can't even explain it, but it's like they're stripping away everything that isn't resonant, right? They're being, it's not so much that they're stripping away everything that isn't resonant, thank you, Source. They are stripping away the armor. You're stripping away your armor. You beautiful, brave, divine being. But you are also a human, and this is where the bravery comes in, and this is where the magic and the beauty. Okay, blessings and love. Bye-bye.